And welcome back to Home Track Heroes here on CW11, wrapping up our main event. We have gone through 26 laps for our Northwest Pro 4 trucks, and they are going to have 4 to go after a caution before we went to break. Pace car will pull off, and it's going to be up to Christopher Wissman. Get this thing back underway. Aaron Green up on the outside, Jeremy Pratt right behind our leader. So let's see what happens as they get underway.
The green flag comes out, and you can see Wissman back into the lead right here. In the second spot, it's the number 6 car of Aaron Green, who's consistently just quietly been moving up through that field. But a good job on that restart right there. There's still 2 by 2 behind them with just a couple of laps left in this event.
Wissman now takes it down into turn number 1. About 5 truck lengths back is the number 24 truck of McKenna Cox. And look at Brooklyn Bender working her down on the inside with a few laps to go. Holy smokes, a great battle. Brooklyn Bender doing a nice job. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. Bender gets, McKenna Cox and Jeremy Pratt get into it, the 52 and the 24. So let's see what we've got replay-wise coming up here. This ought to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, this is going to be kind of to see exactly. Well, you can see right there, the 24 car gets loose, gets sideways, spinning out the 52 truck of Pratt, just an innocent victim driving through. So before they got Pratt, this time not his fault.
Boy, look at the way that 98 truck of Wissman just kind of squared itself up. That was pretty impressive coming off of turn number 4. Let's see what it looked like from Pratt's window.
Yeah, you can see right there, Brooklyn, right there, the 24 car of Cox, 24 truck of Cox just lost the handle on that thing and around to win.
Yeah, look at McKenna working the wheels. Boy, that thing, she's really working that thing hard coming out. And now it just goes around. And I notice how she felt it start to go around. She just kind of see how she lifted her hands up off the steering wheel. You can't teach that. That is really good on her part. Well done.
That's the old, Danica Patrick kind of brought that to NASCAR from IndyCar racing. When IndyCar hits the wall, first thing hits the wall is the wheels. Rips the steering wheel out of your hand, and in the process will break fingers, arms,
tear the thumbs off. All right, let's get them back underway. It's still Christopher Wissman as they get a great jump by the 18 of Brooklyn Bender. And that start, we'll see what we think about that. Is
still green as they head down the back stretch.
And they don't like it. So we'll rack them back up and restart this thing again. Boy, I tell you, Brooklyn Bender's eyes must have just gotten huge when she went out into the lead.
Well, that looked like a little bit there, like Wissman played a little bit of a game and was going and then slowed down just before he got the line. But maybe the NASCAR officials saw something that we didn't see, and I would consider this a gift to Wissman, because if they'd have stayed green, Bender might have been adios.
Yeah, and boy, I tell you, nobody can be a better restart teacher than John Bender. Boy.
I'll bet you Bender had an opinion on that. And it's probably pretty close to what I just said. So you see the Speedway Chevrolet pace car with the lights on as it comes down the front straightaway. A gorgeous Camaro from Speedway Chevrolet right here in Monroe.
Lights are off. That's always what we want to see, as I'm sure that they are getting some one-way counseling on restarts from the officials booth next to where Greg Pyland and I were working. And
I want you side by side.
Yeah.
You don't slow down, you don't speed up, you just do a nice continuous increase of speed. Let's see if we get a better restart this time.
All right, Christopher Wissman on the inside, McKenna Cox up on the outside. Same race, different restart. We'll see if they kind of keep this one going. Wissman has to work down on the bottom. McKenna Cox, nice job cutting off the 98 and taking it down into turn number 3. Aaron Green still moved up into his truck up into the 3rd spot as we see a new leader with 2 laps to go, the 18 of Brooklyn Bender.
Steve, I kind of wonder if there's not maybe something wrong with Wissman's car, because the first restart almost cost him.
Yeah.
Came back and did the exact same thing. The truck seemed to like stall out just as it hit that restart line as they're coming across right there. And so once you go, okay, the driver was playing games twice, maybe there's something going on here that we don't know about. But
hang on. No, how sad for the 18 of Brooklyn Bender. Just thing got wicked loose on her going down into turn 1. A break for the 98 of Wissman as we see the white flag, or excuse me, that was the white flag lap. That's how much attention it took away. But man, Brooklyn Bender, she just, she was so sad for that young lady.
3/4 of a lap away from that win.
All right.
3/4 of a lap.
We'll bring him up to the Angel of the Winds victory platform here in just a few seconds. Christopher Wissman, Aaron Green, and Jeremy Pratt.
That truck, and especially in the main, but even in the heats, that thing just had a different kind of look to it.
Yeah, it was fast. We had some problems in practice. Couldn't really get it to run right, but we made it work and switched some parts out, and I can't thank my friends and family enough for helping me out getting it out here. But we've got it hooked up and just ran away with it.
Yeah, no kidding. You've got a pretty cool shirt on. Talk about who's helping you out.
Olympia Pizza and Pasta. Oh my, I messed that up. Olympia Pizza and Pasta in Smoky Point. What's the other one? Brian.
There we go.
LB Motorsports. And then all my friends and family.
Good to have you up here, man. That was fun.
That was an excellent race. A little dicey at times, but it came out okay.
You know, and I'll mention it like I did to Jeremy. This is a really, you've been doing this a long time running with these guys. That's got to say something about the group.
Yeah, I started racing 05 on Friday night trucks, and then I kind of progressed into the Pro 4s.
And I know for as many times as I've talked to you about who your sponsors are, you guys just do this just because it's fun to do.
Yes, it is. And like I always tell everybody, it's the best way to get me and my boys all together and have fun.
How are you, sir?
Doing all right.
Boy, what a show.
That was a rough one out there. Went to the front, went to the back, went to the front, went to the back. You know, just hard trying to keep the nose clean and stuff, but it turned out all right for us. We were able to fight back, so.
Fun bunch of people to race with.
Oh, yeah, we tried to keep it as clean as possible and stuff, but, you know, got into a back of air in there and then got stacked up behind me and pushed me back into him, but, you know, hopefully, you know, he got a good recovery, too, so get the second place finish, so.
All right, talk about who's helping you out.
Well, we've got a bunch of people. We've got Genevieve, my wife. We've got Brooklyn. We've got Riley and Ian, Jody, David, Mark. We've got a whole bunch of guys out here today.
And congratulations to all involved in the Northwest Pro 4 truck. Obviously the top 3 as they made their way up to the Angel of the Winds platform. But all of the people involved, a fun race to watch. And if you like these type of trucks, get on evergreenspeedway.com, check out the schedule, find out when they're going to be here next. Now to round out the show, 50 laps coming up for our Speedway Chevrolet Pro Late models. And again, we've got 10, 11 car field. A cool story, another father-son combination racing. In this one, we'll get into that one. Obviously, the heavy hitters in this division, the Nema Langs and the Dawson Coxes and the Chad Fitzpatricks, Greg Bennett, they're all running in this one. But we're going to bring you the lineup. We've lined them up down front. You'll see the shot here coming up in just a second. Pretty impressive lineup of race cars. Let's bring them to you, and we'll start off with Tom.
As you can see, they're going to start the introductions at the back of the field. And in that last spot, making his debut tonight, Doug Bennett, that 88 car. That's the Bennett Construction Highway Auto Supply Chevrolet. Doug normally is the spotter for his dad, Greg, and it's nice to see him in the race car and starting his career off.
I would just love to know the bet that was put down between Doug and his dad.
Well, and you know Doug's been telling Dad every step he's made wrong this whole year, but it's okay. And inside of him in the 91 car, that's Rob Dees, and Dees out of Graham, Washington. That's the Pape Rents, Dees Motorsports, Joe's Racing Products, Babbitt Chiropractic, Vital Signs, Touch Tunes, Chevrolet, the number 91 car. Moving up one row, that's the 78 car. That's Haley Constance. Constance out of Snohomish. She's just a 15-year-old student, sponsored by Joe's Racing Products, Marshall Motorsports, JBR, Cox Wheels, MyTrafficMan.net, and Joe's Speed Shop. Moving up one row from that, or inside of that, will be Wyatt Gardner in the 3-car. Gardner is a golf pro and a student, the St. Clair family, Pump Industries, Gardner Roofing, Pat Rett, Sound to Summit, and MIK. Moving up one more row, it's Chad Fitzpatrick in that 12C car. Fitzpatrick out of Lake Stevens, the Northland Contractors, Mazda of Everett, Trademark RCS, Bardall, Powder Coating Inc., and Snohomish Co-op. Inside of him in the 18 car, that will be the Lang Autosports J&R Truck Rentals, number 18, the defending champion car of last year, named Lang.
And John Peterson now with his flag is at the nose of the number 19, and it's been a lot of people who have been looking forward to seeing how this guy can do in a pro late model on the 3/8. He cleaned up last season in our BECU NASCAR mini stock division. That's the number 19, Thomas Stanford out of Sammamish. Brought to you by APC Auto Spa, Easy Street Cold Mix, Hager Motorsports, and Frost Livestock. Outside of the 19 is the 7D of Dawson Cox out of Arlington. Brought to you by Busch Light, Crown Distributing, Joe's Racing Products, JBR, Cox Wheels, and Mobile Auto Solutions. On the outside front row in the number 9 car out of Monroe, that's Caden Holm, and he's sponsored by Johansson Mechanical, Selway Machine, J2 Racing, Armageddon Arms, DC Bly, and Hands Free UVC. On the pole, due to his 6th fast qualifying time, they drew a 6-car invert, is the number 98, a winner this year on the Speedway Chevrolet Pro Late Models, and the Bennett Design and Construction and Highway Auto Supply, number 98, the old man, Greg Bennett, on the pole. And now we get him fired up. And you can see John twisting the flag, and the engines are roaring to life. No underway.
Bennett, who picked up, as you said, a win this year, his second win in, I believe, 32 years of competition. 25 years between those 2 wins. That is, like, remarkable, you know, and just so cool to see him pick up the win. This segment is brought to you by Granite Construction, who is the proud sponsor of our Super Sprint Car Series here at Evergreen Speedway, and is approaching their 100th year in business. Granite Construction is an award-winning company and a great place to work. Find your dream job today at graniteconstruction.com.
All right, there we go. They're getting all of the fluids warmed up in this Pro Late Models, brought to you by Speedway Chevrolet. You can see the pace car, the Camaro, as we talk about. Just a fantastic looking race car. We got to give a shout out to DeYoung Inc. and DeYoungInc.com for the great graphics. I mean, obviously they do it on our pace car. Name of Lang's car is done by Tracy DeYoung and several other ones. I believe
most of them out there. Yep.
The guy is just incredible and has done some quality work for many, many years.
Well, and another shout out has to go to Rob Dees. Rob ran the Pro Late Model race at the Summer Showdown. Jesse Little, who you see on TV and NASCAR races each and every week, out here visiting from North Carolina, wanted to drive his car, dropped a valve the morning of the event of the super late model portion of the Summer Showdown. So Dees, I'm not sure how this all happened, but my understanding was Dees offered his car to Jesse Little, and I got to tell you, Jesse Little, for a guy who really never run a coilover style late model car, did a great job. And so, you know, hats off to Dees saying, hey, look, I'll stick you in my race car. Go out there and have fun, and that's a pretty cool move on his part.
All right, our flagman Jonathan Peterson is giving him the signal to get lined up side by side. It'll be Greg Bennett on the pole with Caden Holm on the outside. We'll move Dawson Cox up into the inside of the second row. Outside of Dawson is going to be the number 19 of Thomas Stanford, and you know, you kind of got to put your. I always like to put how I would feel if I was Thomas Stanford right now. Man has just got incredible skill set behind the wheel of a race car. He debuted, I believe, at the Summer Showdown, if that isn't enough. Or maybe it was the Galloway he brought that out. First time on the 5/8, and the guy just so continues to impress in that number 19 car. Name Lang on the inside of the third row. Chad Fitzpatrick with a couple of wins, I believe 3 already in 2020. 2021 season in that number 12C car in the outside of the third row. Okay, here we go. Greg Bennett's going to get him fired up, and we'll see how it goes here. 50 laps coming up for our Speedway Chevrolet Pro Late models are getting wound up and get this thing underway.
You can see him coming off turn 4. A great start on the outside by Holm. There's another kid who has done nothing but improve each and every week here at Evergreen Speedway. Bennett falls into the number 2 spot. That's, I believe, Dawson Cox poking his nose on the inside right there. You can see him. We have a car going around.
Oh, it's Chad. Oh, no. Chad Fitzpatrick in the 12.
A moan goes up in the Fitzpatrick cheering section of the grandstand here at Evergreen Speedway.
And boy, I tell you, I don't know of a driver that has a more passionate fan base than the people that follow Chad Fitzpatrick in that 12 car. It's just a great group of people.
Fitzpatrick got some help. I'm not sure which car, so I'm not going to tell you the name or number, but if you watch, you can see all of a sudden the car got up and poked him right in the rear bumper and turned him around.
Boy, I tell you, the craftsmanship inside these cars never ceases to impress me. They all just take, obviously, so much pride. Let's see what Haley Constance saw here as they go into it. What did you see?
Well, it looked like cars checked up in front of the 12, and Haley got into the back. That's one. I'll blame that one on the spotter. How's that?
Okay.
Maybe it was Joe. Joe didn't say they were. No, but that stuff happens, especially early in the race. You're watching lots of things, trying to get settled into the race car, and it'll happen every once in a while. So,
all right. Well,
no harm, no foul.
We will get a complete restart here. Almost got to be putting yourself in Doug Bennett's seat and thinking, oh, man, I got to go through this again? This is not fair. But, boy, I tell you, talk about somebody who's just got to be having the time of his life out there. What a cool story, seeing Doug Bennett in that number 89 car.
Well, you can see they come off turn 4. Holm again getting a great restart on Greg Bennett in that number 98 car. And right now they're just a little door slamming right there. They're 3 wide as they head on down into turn 3.
Boy, look at Dawson Cox take the deep dive down into turn number 4. And that's definitely causing a problem as the 98 of Bennett looks like is kind of stuck up on the top there. The rest of the cars get through it. Rob Dees and his number 91 is going to stay on the track, so we'll get another restart, take a look at how it happened here.
See, that's just one of those situations. It's 3 wide. And you have to remember that Doug Bennett is normally his dad's spotter. Dad's working with a new spotter. I know at that particular situation, a spotter would probably be going, get out, get out. You know, 3 wide, get out. And obviously that didn't happen. And when the, inside car goes down there, follows the white line, the outside car is out in the 3rd groove. That's tough. The one in the middle pays more times than not.
I just had this thought, what it must have been like for Doug to, as he went by and saw his dad sideways there in between turns 3 and 4, as Greg got a good little slap by the 9 of Holm.
That's right.
And puts his nose into, I believe that was the 3 of Wyatt Gardner, and there goes his son Doug by. Let's see what it looks like in Dawson's car.
Dawson diving, and that's going down the backstretch into turn 3 right there. You can see Bennett turned. That car was sideways before he got into Cox. So, Cox just kind of riding along, not doing anything wrong there. So it happens.
Well, I tell you, these in-car shots are so cool to watch. And look at what a great job by Haley Constance getting through that mess, too. Let's see what Rob Dees saw.
Doing it right there. You can see it all taking place. Checked up, got that thing slowed down through the grass and out.
All right, we'll be back right after this.